Hi everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to Snooze It or Use It collaboration with Wandering Dreamer 555 and myself here on YouTube. We post the last day of the month where we take the Unity kit of the month from the previous month, a lot of months in there, and we post two cards. One card as a stamp we would actually usually absolutely love to have and create with. Another is a stamp that we would never even consider, and we try to make something and see if we actually want to keep the kit or play around with those stamps. So this is called a new chapter. If you watch the video, I said I was not very intrigued by any of them. None of them have piqued my interest, and yeah, I'm still there. I do have an idea for this particular flower. Maybe these two flowers. We'll see. Oh boy, yeah, I have nothing. Still, that's the sad part about some of the snoozes. Some of the snoozes are, in my opinion, true snoozes. I don't really care for any of these stamps like that. The snooze its, the use its, the nuns of it, and this stamp set. It's a new year, right? It's a new year, so I am attempting to be um, grateful for all the things that are in my life a lot more than I would be in the past. Um, I'm not trying to mend any broken fences or anything like that, but I just want to be more thankful to the things that I have. And I had I always try this, like, not complaining, because it doesn't do any good to complain. No one really cares, honestly, right? Unless you're a psychologist, psychiatrist, and you want to get some money. So yeah, but these things are not. This paper, I don't know that they changed the thing. Also, Unity changed the price on their stamps, kits, and stuff like that. So, um, do I think it's a good deal? I I have no thoughts on it right now. What in the heck is going on? This thing is like, take me with you. I want to heart something. Whew, it's gonna be a rough one, y'all. All right, so it's gonna be a rough one, like I just said, because I started recording and my microphone was not where it's supposed to be. So I do want to say that I don't know about the stamp set still. We'll see. I do want to just go over some of the things like this heart. I mean, it's a heart, right? A heart is easy to be able to be used. I like this cup of various cups of coffee or lattes or whatever. So that is something that we could definitely use at any given time. Um, what I probably would not use as a go-to stamp to say, oh yeah, I want to do a starry night is this thing. So we're going to use this as our snooze it. And we're going to try to use this background and these two flowers as our use it stamps. Now, the thing that I want to discuss before we get too deep into it is that when you buy a stamp set, for the most part, it may be one or two stamps that you really don't care for, but you could pretty much use mostly all of the stamps in the stamp kit, and that's why I'm not picking like an obvious one to go to unless it's something I really love. And in this case, I feel like this time around it's a forced creation on both sides. On a snooze it and on a use it, besides the coffee one, because yeah. So two thoughts. One is we about to mess something up because I don't have my platform piece for the bottom of my stamp situation. So that's one thing that's going through my mind. And second, I tried something with this tape and it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. So here we are doing something else. This paper comes from Michael's. It is the Day of the Dead paper. It's really pretty paper. And I feel like this will capture what we're trying to do without causing me any stress. Now, I do like Unity stamps because they are red rubber, and most of the time it takes one go. One marvelous go to get them all inked up and situated. But I'm working against myself right now because I have apparently decided that I am a super stamper, which I am not. And why I say that is because I don't have a platform. So we're gonna use this. I'm actually gonna use this Twilight color. I like the way it came out the last time I used it. It is purple, purple blue. I don't know if that's gonna have any bearing on what we're doing, but I want to get this all inked, saturated. Um, so I'm putting glue on to the back of what I want to glue onto versus the thing that's going to be glued on because I may have different spacing. Yeah. I hope everybody understands that. It's interesting because she and I, and that's the beauty of doing a collaboration like this. You get to see what the other person's thoughts are. And I think we've only used two, from my knowledge, I think we only used one to use it the same, and she had to use it, I had it as a snooze it, and vice versa the last few times, which is very cool. And then she, when we first started, she was like, I was going to use it. So she likes the beach, nautical stuff. She's like, no, but I'm going to she said, I'm going to let her do it, me do it. And I was like, dang, I would have loved to see hers because she's more dimensional and she just has a great eye for certain things. I'm more like, flat, here we go. This is it, and go on about my business. She has more bells and whistles than I do when it comes to creating certain things, and I love that. I love that because I've learned a lot from her. And I've been in collaborations with, I've learned many things from them. This should fit right on top because I've made it 4.5, 4.25 by 5.5, so it should fit pretty decently on top. But when you get a prefabricated card, you know what that means. It might not fit. Uh, Now, we should have a lot of fun with the other card. I don't know because, like I said, none of them really call my name. Even the coffee, I like it, but I would just have expected for it to be a little bit bigger. I don't know, than what it is. Not so small. There we go. Oh. Let's get ready for our use it. All right, so we got some rusty hinge out, and we got this scripty looking stamp, and I hope that it does what I need it to do. It's cold here. Just got a notification that school is closed today, um, which is okay. My son wasn't going to school anyway because he's sick. He doesn't count as being missing a day of school, I should say. Let's try this again. All right, so we're going to do 3. Sometimes creating is trial and error, but I'm gonna go ahead and trial and fix this, figure it out. All right, so we're gonna stamp this out now. Excuse the glare. All right, so I stamped this out 4 times. The stems are some super thin, and I was trying to see if I could color on them. So when I cut it out, you can see it, but no, that plan quickly let me know that that was not a good idea. We'll figure it out. I could just stamp the stamp down onto the base and then color it and then tape this on top. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not doing a very good job at coloring any of it apparently, so I'm just gonna keep just look away real quick. So I'm gonna go with a yellow and a little bit of a brown on the inside. No, let's go with a more goldy color. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So we're back. I have uh, fussy cut all these things, and I made the yellow background as well. You can barely see it, so let's go ahead and cut this top part down a little bit, just a little bit. I think I did it even. There we go. And let's see how this looks. Looks okay. Now I want to put a bow on here. When I do baker's twine, my bows never come out looking decent. So what I'm gonna do is first let's ink up these edges. Inking up the edges. And I'm thinking that I just want to take some twine. Because at first I was like, we can just put this twine around here. And I was like, oh, I can get a words, what are they? I could get a vase thing and put it in the vase. I was like, no, 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 ma'am. We're doing a bit too much in that instance. And I stopped. I stopped myself right there. I was like, no, let's go ahead and do this and we should be okay. So that's what we're doing. We're going to just get some tape real quick. I think I did this in another project recently. Like I said, I wanted to try and incorporate things that I rarely ever put unless it's like mandatory if I'm doing a swap or something. And it says, I should have did the tape the other way. Let's fix that real quick. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay. Like if you're doing a swap and it says you need to have a ribbon or this, that, and that, that would be the only time I would actually think about using ribbon. They want to do it like 4 times, maybe. Let's see how it looks though. I mean, it's too late not to commit to it now, right? I do want to make it a little loose. So we got 1, 2. Let's pull this down just a little. Do you have a lot of ribbon in your crafty arsenal of supplies? There we go. Okay. I'm going to just cut this. All right, so we're going to go ahead and glue this card front onto the card. We're going to glue our first piece onto the card front like that. I think these colors, the rusty color with the gold, semi complement each other. I like them like they are, so it will do what I need it to do. I have so many variations of ribbon, twine, ribbon, cording, and I've been sitting going through a lot of it, and I'm like, are you really going to use this? Are you really going to use this? Like, I'm not sure if you have those conversations with yourself, like, should I keep this? And of course, if you answer, then you're in the cool kids club, right? Like me. It's been around before memes were called memes. It's where they said, of course I talk to myself. I need an expert opinion. I'm not sure if you've ever heard that before, but yeah. All right. So I'm just gonna rub this down now. And with the letters, I chose the words. I chose to go length versus across. So I did portrait versus horizontal. I just thought it would be a lot cooler, look a lot cooler that way. I mean, you can't read what the heck it says anyway, so it don't matter. And the reason why I'm putting this stuff on last is because we're going to give those just a little bit of dimension. And then we should be done with our snooze it and use it. All right, so here we are. We are placing these flowers. I think I might need to snip this off like that. Yep, that will work. Slide this in here. All right. And I have, let's cut this piece off. And now I want to put this piece across here like that. And cut that piece off. I'm going to put it like this. Yep. Using some of this little dimensional tape that I got on the web. So there we have that. It's not too much dimensional. And then I cut this out. And I wanted to put it like right here. But now I think it'll probably be better up here since it's kind of empty. So let's go ahead and put some tape here and look at our cards. All right, so this is a new chapter. December 2022, Kid of the Month from Unity Stamp Company. Snooze it or use it. I chose this as my snooze it. I chose these two as my use it. With this one, if you're wondering why I didn't choose it, it's because they already have a go by for us to do. So I didn't want to completely emulate this thing. I mean, this is very pretty how they have this set up, right? Um, and then they have this one, this home, welcome home, which is also very, pretty and unique. So I just went with something a little bit different. So this is our snooze it card. It's very plain, nothing too spectacular. It just says want to talk. I feel like, um, anyway, I won't get into it, but yeah, this is definitely still a snooze it to me. Maybe if I do something different, yeah, I don't know. And this is my use it, and we just kind of cut some of these flowers apart and made it more of a bouquet. I do like this. This is just a chapter, not the whole story. Because we always say people come in our lives for seasons, or they wrote a certain chapter in our life and now they're gone, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I think that's cool. Please click on the description box and see what Wonder and Dreamer has created. Hopefully, it's something much more, oh, wow, than what I've done because, yeah. Anyway, I want to say thank you all for watching. I hope that you did enjoy and maybe you learned something in the process of me talking. So until next time, happy crafting.